Good morning, everyone. I hope you can see me now clearly. So, we are here to complete the final part of derivative steady material problems. Anushri, since you're live, I would just like to ask you one simple thing. You had mentioned to me that three questions are pending to be done. Have I clearly mentioned the third question? Because that appears to be easy to me. It's something similar to what we have done in class. Please confirm and let me know, else we will do it here. Anyways, there are two questions which are very important and which I had kept pending earlier for us to do, which we will do it first. In the meanwhile, let's wait for Anushri's response also. One was question 5 that we have to do. We will do it today. These are all tough questions, okay? Then Anushri mentioned question number 12. 12 is similar to what we have done in class. If I have mentioned that we will do it, then we will do it, not a problem. And then the very important question is Mr. Dayal. These are the three questions to be worked out today. Let us start with the first one, question number 5. I'll give you a minute's time. I'll give you a minute's time. Can you please read through this question and understand this question, after which we will do it? What was question 5 that we have to do? We will do it today. Friends, so shall we do it together now? This question is a very, very good question. Anushri, you said no. I'm sorry, I didn't understand. No means have I not told that we will do in the class, or have we not done in the class? Can you please elaborate? I didn't follow what you meant by no. Okay. Let's now do this question first. Question number 5. I'll write down working note number 1, basic data. So let us look at this. BSE is the spot price. So point number A. What is meant by BSE is value of Nifty in the spot market. That is what we call it as BSE. So the index is right now trading at what price it is trading at? Let us say it's trading at 5,000. Okay. What is the value of the portfolio? The value of the portfolio turns out to be how much? It turns out to be 10 lakh 10,000. Am I right? Okay. So what is the also they have told? RF is 9%. Then they have told the dividend yield is turning out to be how much? 6%. And they have given the beta of the portfolio as how much? 1.5. Down they have told, we assume that BSE index with 4 months maturity futures. Okay, so I'll write down the next one. Duration of BSE futures. So futures is having a how many months duration over here, friends? It is having a 4 months duration. Alright. And the contract is for delivery 50 times. So the multiple, I'll just put point number G down over here. Multiple, it is going to be how many times? 50 times. Alright, can you write down this in your books now? I believe you are done with this part, friends. So first question is find out the price of the futures contract. So I'll write down theoretical futures price. All right. So when we do theoretical futures price, what is the formula? F0 is equal to S0 into e raised to RT. This is the formula for futures. So here, since there is yield also involved, there will be a small change in the formula. E into R minus Y into T. So that will be 5000 into e raised to 0.09 minus 0.06 into 4 by 12. Why? Because the duration of future is 4 months. Therefore, it will be 5000 into e raised to 0.01. E raised to 0.01 can be found out using 1.01 plus 0.01 square divided by 2. I'll get the answer as 1.01005. Alright. So once I get this answer of 1.01005, my conclusion would be it will turn out to be 5000 into 1.01005. That turns out to be approximately 5050.0.25. Can you write down till here in your books now? Alright friends, everybody has got the answer in your books. Now we read the second requirement. Second requirement is what they are asking is we got the future price as 5050, correct? Gain on short futures position if index turns out to be 4500 in 3 months. Alright, so they are taking a short futures position. So I'll first write down what is the short futures position. Working note number 3 will be action taken for a perfect hedge. Action taken for a perfect hedge. So we know for perfect hedge value to be sold in Nifty futures or BSE futures would be S0 into beta into 100% hedging. So here the portfolio value is how much? 10 lakh 10,000 into 1.5 into 100 percentage. So what is the answer I get over here? I'll get the answer as 15 lakh 15,000 rupees. Okay. Now I need to also find out the contract size here itself. The contract size would be, have they told the multiple is 50 times? That will be 5050 approximately into 50. You get the answer as 2,52,500. Okay, so once you get this, I can also find out number of contracts to be sold. That will be 15 lakh 15,000 divided by 2 lakh 52,500. Do you get the answer as 6 contracts over here? Can you please write down till here in your books now, friends? I believe you're all clear so far, friends. So once you get this answer, okay, Anushri, so you say it's done in class, right? So I need to do 5 and I need to do the dial. So there are two questions pending to be done. Am I right? All right. I'll go to the next part now. So here I got the answer as 6 contracts. Now we will go to the last part. They say gain on the short futures position if index turns out to be 4,500 after 3 months. Okay. Gain on short position if index after 3 months turns out to be 4,500. Okay, so friends, I'll just draw and show you the whole thing now. I'll give you time to write down later. First, I'll explain the entire concept. Suppose we are talking about January 1st, and let us say this is turning out to be March 31st. Okay, so when you talk about January 1st, is the date when I enter the original contract. Original contract is having how many months duration? 4 months duration. On this date, the market price is turning out to be how much? 5,000, correct? In the spot. Therefore, we got the future price as how much? Did we get the future price as 5050? So the spot was 5,000, so the future price turned out to be 5050. Alright. So this is on this date. Now, duration is 4 months, means it will get expired on what date? It will be expiring only on April 30th. Okay. So this is the expiry date of this contract. Maybe I'll just draw a graph to. Yes. Okay. Now, on this date, the spot value is 4,500. I need to find out a future value over here which will help me cancel this contract. So this future value what I am talking about should be having only 1 month duration. I hope you are understanding my point. Keeping this in mind, I will go to the next page and find out step number 1. Theoretical future price for cancellation of original contract if BSE spot at the end of 3 months turns out to be 4,500. This is the question what they are asking over there. Am I right? So if this is the question what we have to answer, the formula would be, okay, F0 is equal to S0 into e raised to RT. Okay, so I'll write down, since 4,500 is after 3 months and the original contract has 4 months maturity, we must find 1 month future so that we can cancel the original contract. Everybody clear so far? Okay, 1 minute. Yes, that is what we wrote over here. So now I go to the next page. I'll find out F0 is equal to 4,500 into e raised to, what was the rate of interest that is told over here? That is 9% and 6%, right? So it will be 0.09 minus 0.06. Now it will be to 1 by 12. Okay. That will be 4,500 into e raised to 0.0025. Okay, so this is going to make your life a little bit miserable now. 1.0025 plus 0.0025 whole square divided by 2. So that turns out to be 1.002503125. Okay. Therefore, future price will turn out to be 4,500 into this, that is equal to 4511.26. Alright, I hope you are clear with this, friends. Can you write down this in your books? This was a little complicated, so please write down this in your books now. Friends, I believe you are clear with this part now. Can we now go to the next part? Okay. So once we got this answer, they want to ask the gain on the short position. Okay. I'll write down the next working note. Gain on short futures position. Okay. So in that I'll write down step number 1, original position or the initial position. What was the initial position? Sell for a value of 15,15,000. I think we found that over here. I didn't show you this chart to be drawn, is it? Can you please put this later on, friends? I missed out to show you this. You can draw this chart, leave some space for it. You can fill it up later. Okay. Now let me see here. It was 15,15,000, correct? How did I get this 15,15,000? It was 6 contracts into 5050 was the original this thing, into 50 was a multiple, correct? Now, what is the action to cancel this whole thing? I will have to enter into a buy. Now I will enter into a buy for the same 6 contracts, but now the only thing what has changed is the value over here will be 4511.26 into 50. Okay, so 4511.26 into 50 into 6 will give you 13 lakh 53,378, I'll get the answer as 1,61,622 as the gain. Why? Because subsequently I am buying. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? I believe you are done with this part also, friends. So shall we go to the next question now? Perfect. Let me go to the next question now. That is a question on Dayal. The final question to pending on derivative part. A beautiful question. Something which I haven't taken in my class also. A little different concept, but a very, very important question. So everyone just read through this question and understand this question. With this, we'll be done with entire derivatives. Let's write down the basic data together. Working note 1, basic data. Okay. Dayal is interested in purchasing a share. Current market price is 600. It can go up to 780 or fall down to 480 in 3 months. So I can directly draw a decision tree here. Spot price is 600. Price can go up to 780 or the price can actually fall down to how much? It can fall down to 480. After this is given, they have also given the probabilities, that is 60%, and the other one is 40% is the probability for the second one. Okay. A call option on the shares of ABC can be exercised at the end of 3 months with a strike price of how much? 630. So this was basically basic data of the spot market. I'll give you time to write down. Working note number 2, what I will do, I will put the decision tree for the option market. Decision tree for the option market. Now they have told the exercise price is turning out to be how much over here, friends? 630. If the price goes up to 780, what will you do? I have a right to buy at 630. Outside market, I can buy it for 780. So what will I do? I will exercise. How much will I get over here? 150, which is having a 60% probability. If the price falls down to 480, what will I do, friends? I will lapse, which is having a 40% probability. The value will become 0. Can you draw these two diagrams in your books now, friends? I believe you're all done with this part, friends. Can I now go to the next one? All right. So now we have got the answer as this much is clear to all of us. I'll go to the next part now. What combination of share and option should Mr. Dayal select if he wants a perfect hedging? Friends, this is something new. We have not learned this concept earlier. So let us do it now and understand how this works. Okay. So next working note. Action for a perfect hedge. Action to be taken for a perfect hedge. For this, friends, what we will do is first I will tell you the formula. The formula goes like this. Action for a perfect hedge can be found out using the formula C1 minus C2 divided by S1 minus S2. Or in other words, it is change in option value divided by change in the spot value. So that would turn out to be option value. What is the change that we have got? Have we got the change as 150 and 0? Spot price, what is the fluctuation that we are having? 780 and 480. Am I right? So indirectly, what is the answer I'll get over here? It will be 150 divided by 300, or do I get the answer as 0.5 shares? Okay. What this means also I will explain to you, then I'll give you time to write down. What this means is that, okay, if I buy 0.5 shares, okay, parallelly I should sell one call. Okay, so now tell me, if I want to buy a 0.5 share, means how much is the price that I have to pay for it? Right now, what is the price of the share? I think it is 600, correct? So 600 rupees into 0.5 share if I do I get the answer as 300 rupees? Correct? And when I sell a call, what will happen? I will receive premium. How much premium? As of now, the question is not mentioning. Alright. But here, how much money will I have to pay? I will have to pay 300 rupees. I will now tell you how this results in a perfect hedge. Then you can write down this entire thing. There can be two outcomes. Okay. Outcome number 1, the price turns out to be 780. Outcome number 2, price turns out to be 480. If the price turns out to be 780, inside this I am having two markets now. I have the spot market where I have bought the share for 300 rupees. I have an options market where I have sold one call at what price? I have sold one call at a price of whatever. The exercise price is given in the question. How much is that? 630. Am I right? Now listen. If the price goes up to 780, my value over here will be 780 into 0.5 shares. So do I get 390 rupees over here? Right? So I bought a share for 300, price went up. Today I am going to get how much? I am going to get 390. Whereas in the option, or what have I done? I have sold one call. Correct? What is the exercise price? Is it turning out to be 630? What is the spot price? 780. So what is the action that the buyer will take? The buyer will exercise. By exercising, the buyer will make a profit of how much? 150. That buyer's profit will be writer's loss. So what is the loss of the writer that you get over here? Do you get the loss as 150? So if I club these two things together, okay, we got 390 minus 150. What is the net figure that you get over there? Do you get the net figure as 240 over here? Am I right? Okay, so 240 is going to be the net price between when the price goes up to 780. Now let us check the same thing when the price falls down to 480. If the price falls down to 480, in the spot market, what will happen? I will get 480 rupees into 0.5. I will get 240 rupees. Now I have sold a call. Other fellow has purchased the call. Other fellow has a right to buy at 6:30. Outside market, other fellow has a right to buy at 6:30. Outside market, he can buy for 480. What will he do now? He will lapse the call option. So here the cash flow will turn out to be 0. Am I right? So if it becomes 0, now if the what is the combined total that I get over here? I get 240. Are you familiar with this number? This is exactly the same number that we got earlier also. So friends, whether the price goes up or the price comes down, I will get the same money. That is what I call it as the perfect hedge. Can you write down this in your books now? Friends, I believe you are done with this part. Can we go to the next one now? All right. Okay. The second requirement is what is the value of the option today? I'll write down the next working note. Value of the option. Okay. So friends, the value of the option means we are doing a hedging option. So the entire option we are talking about. Okay. Value of the option means value of the entire option of selling a call and buying 0.50 shares. For this, value of the option will be, we always know value of any option is nothing but it is the present value of future cash flows. This is something we have been learning from the beginning, friends. Value of any option is nothing but it is the present value of the future cash flows. So here, future cash flows is turning out to be, so value will be present value of 240. Why 240? That is the future cash flow. We just found out that over here, correct? So that's 240. Therefore, it will be 240 divided by 1.10. 1 minute. Have they given any duration in the question? In 3 months, they have given the duration as 3 months. So I will not take 10%. 10% is for 1 year. So 3 months will be 2.5 percentage. So 1.025. I'll get the answer as 234 rupees approximately. So this is going to be the value of the option, friends. So this option is having two parts. One, I am buying a share by paying how much money? 300 rupees. Now I am selling one call at some premium which I am not yet aware of, but the present value of both these things together turns out to be how much? 234. So can I say, by keeping this, if I am buying a share for 300, here I receive premium, here I pay for buying the share. So can I say that the premium should be nothing but 300 minus 234? Do you get the answer as 66 rupees per share per call option? So that means if I buy a share by paying 300, I should receive a premium of 66. So the net value of the option will turn out to be how much? 234. Everybody clear so far? Can you write down this in your books now? Friends, I believe you are written down till here. Can we now go to the next part? Let us go to the next part now, the last requirement. What is the expected rate of return of the option? So I'll write down the final working note. Expected rate of return of the option. Friends, just 1 minute. Friends, sorry friends, my son suddenly woke up, so I just had to go there and just see him. So they are asking for return of the option. Friends, ROI is normally from the call buyer's point of view. Okay, let us see what is the investment that he has to do in this option. All right. So if we see the, I'll just put it over here. Expected profit of the buyer. How do you work out the expected profit of the buyer over here, friends? The price, if it goes up, you will get 150. It is having a 60% chance. The price falls down, it is 0, which is having a 40% chance. So do I get the answer over here as 90? Am I right? So 90 is going to be the profit of the buyer. But for this, he has to pay a premium. How much premium does he have to pay? 66. Okay. Therefore, what is the profit he is getting after spending the premium? That will be approximately 24. Premium is paid upfront. Am I right? So his ROI will be 24 rupees divided by 66. Do we get the answer as 36.36%? Can you write down this in your books and finish it off? Friends, I believe you are all done with this part also. So we are done with this question also, and with this we are done with the entire part of derivatives. We have actually completed everything. We have completed all the questions of derivatives, portfolio management. We have done for security valuation, which is nothing but bond valuation, dividend policy, etc. We have also done mergers and acquisitions. We have also done international finance. All these questions are available on YouTube, friends. That is for all of you, so that you can learn and practice maximum question before the coming examination. So before I pack up today's session, I would like to make a few points. I would like to announce. I would like to speak about one topic that we had left pending in the previous class, that was free your mind. We will speak about this one thing. And apart from speaking about this, I would like to tell you that now, since SFM is over, I am going to move on to SCMPE. There is an additional case studies which has come. I would just like to show you, which is extremely important from the coming May 2021 examination. So I'm going in the priority order. If you take the final course and if I take strategic cost management, it's not here, 1 minute. Do you see this thing called as case study digest? This is new, and this is something additional resources is just taken from the ICAI journal. This one is ideally coming to around 185 pages. This contains many new case studies also. Let me just come down. They are having in total, if you see the index, you would come to know they are having approximately 23 questions are there, 12 case scenarios and 14 case studies. So it's huge. What I am doing is these case studies and the case scenarios I have made PPT so that it can get over in 1 day's time. So instead of you spending almost time to learn 100 to 120 pages, you can learn it quickly and the PowerPoint will be available with you. And the skill-based questions, we have to work it out. So these 23 questions we will have to do a full day class and solve each and every problem that is given over here. Alright. So please share it with all those students who are writing exam and who are studying for group 2, because SCMP falls under group 2. Second thing, friends, we are going to do my regular classes are going to start from July 1st onwards. It will be alternative days. It will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be costing, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is going to be SFM. So please spread this news also to anyone. And if you want to register for that, you just have to visit tarunjagdish.com/register. You have to come over here. Oh, it's not found, is it? I think I didn't give it correctly. You have to go to tarunjagdish.com. Let's click on more. Yes, here you have live class registration. Just have to click on live class registration, and here you have some combos also available. Like if you're taking both SFM and SCMPE, you can save almost around 4,000 rupees of your tuition fee also. So please spread this information with all your friends so that those who are interested can actually join for these classes. And any doubts you have, you can always WhatsApp me. I believe my WhatsApp number is available with all of you. If not, I'll share it over here again. This is my WhatsApp number. So if anything is there, you have any doubts, you can directly WhatsApp me on this number. Or even in the website, if you just visit my website, you have a live chat option. So you can parallelly sit there and chat. The message will directly come to my team and even me. So if something is required, I can immediately get back to you and sort all the doubts that you are having. All right. I hope you are all clear with this part, friends. You see an instant chat here. You can just go here and just say hi and you will get a reply. So you don't even need to share your number, just have to send a hi and the respective person will get a chat from your end. Alright. Now can I go to the next part? Free your mind.